Ya sáquenla.
No me toques.
What is up, everybody? This is me, Giovanni Blanco. Welcome to Truck Stop Mixtape here, Sunday night. Woo-hoo! It's been a minute. I'm so glad to be here, despite all the difficulties to get to this point. It's been a struggle, but this is what we do, right? We get over the humps and we survive and we make it through and we do what we do. And tonight, what we do is Bowie and more new music. Tonight we have a very special guest. The CTs is in the house. Michaela, they will be talking about their new album, Come Home to Yourself. That's out on March 3rd. And we'll also be talking about David Bowie. This is something that I wanted to do last week or the week before, actually, and talk about his influence. The artists that he collaborated with, that he co-wrote with, that he produced, that he wrote songs for them and all that stuff, and go through some covers of that and have some fun. And also tonight, I'll be playing some highlights from last week's Sunday Night Live at Nabu Wines in Westlake Village. The theme was David Bowie, and it was quite a night. So hopefully I'll get to play you some of those things as well. But let's start this off with a cover of a song by an 80s alternative band that you know very well called Psychedelic Furs. They're back on the road. They're doing it to just release a new album. But I feel they're a band that was highly influenced by Mr. David Bowie. This is Death Valley Dreams, a band from Scranton, Pennsylvania, doing Love My Way here on Truck Stop Mixtape. Woohoo! Let's kick it off, baby.
There's a fashion with a gun right out in a room without a door. A kiss is not enough. Then love my way. It's a new road. I follow where my mind goes. Down the railroad, ceiling blink us by. Nothing in their faces, like making it our way. There's emptiness behind their eyes, dust without their hearts. They just want to steal the soul and take us all apart. Love my way, it's a new road. I follow where my mind goes. Love my way, it's a new road. I follow
Such a perfect day. Drink sangria in the park. Later when it gets dark, we go home. Such a perfect day. Feed animals in the zoo. Then later a movie too, then home. Oh, this is my perfect day, and I'm glad I spent it with you. Oh, such a perfect day, and you keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. Such a perfect perfect day. Problems all left alone. Weekenders on our own. It's such fun. Oh, such a perfect day. I almost forgot myself. Thought I was someone else, someone good. Oh, this is a perfect day, and I'm glad I spent it with you. Such a perfect day, and you keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. You're going to reap just what you sow. You're going to reap just what you sow. You're going to reap just what you sow. You're gonna reap just what you sow.
Frank Watkinson there with Lou Reed's classic Perfect Day from the album Transformer that was produced by David Bowie with Mick Ronson. Mick Ronson doing a lot of the heavy lifting on that one. But nonetheless, big influence on David Bowie and vice versa. David Bowie pushing Lou Reed to new heights with this particular album. Probably his most commercially significant album. Classics like Walk on the Wild Side and Satellite of Love on there, and of course Perfect Day. We're talking about Bowie's influence and also talking about other things like not just his influence as far as collaboration and songs that he wrote for other people, but how he infected so many creative minds with the idea of being so versatile, chameleon like, Corinthian caricature. Bonus points if anyone knows what that song's what that line is from, what song that line is from. Let's keep the music going. We're gonna play some more things, but I want to warn you, coming very soon, right around the corner, an interview with CTs, the CTs. CTs is playing this Thursday night at Nabu Wines as part of Truck Stop Mixtape Singer-Songwriter Night. The CTs, Pi Jacobs, Max Chucker, Greg Strauss, Robert Goldman, and Tatiana Vinci. It's going to be a wonderful night. Nabu Wines in Westlake Village. That's live and in person, 8 p.m. We do that every second Thursday, Singer-Songwriter Night, pushing and supporting independent artists. And the CTs is going to be a part of that. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. So stick around for that. And this is an artist that I discovered this past year. Thanks to Mr. Fernando Perdomo, who posted a video of his. And I was just instantly fell in love with this tune. And I feel like it's a very Bowie-ish. It's got some Bowie flavor. It's a former Truck Stop Mixtape Top 23 number one. Yes, it's a former number one. And let me, as an aside to that, let me just say, starting this Wednesday, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, it's going to be the Truck Stop Mixtape Top 23, only on YouTube and Mixcloud. Top 23 top 23, you know, Casey Kasem style, American Top 40, old school, baby. So more fun, more truck stop mixtape fun, but enough talk. Let's go to Mr. Brentley Gore. Brentley Gore, yes, Brentley Gore with the song "Stoke the Fire." Love this one. Here we go.
I get a little bit blue, just a little bit blue, wondering what it is I'm gonna do. Time's a little bit lost, I get a little bit cross when you don't wanna see it through. You know it's not too late, I know it's not too late. Think it's time to stoke the fire now. Oh, 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 oh. Think it's time to quench desire now. Oh, 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 oh. Well, run, 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 run to be little time, 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 time. As we're giving up love, blah, 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 blah. So much better to taste it. It's wait. I know it's not too late. I know it's not too late. You know it's not too late. I think it's time to stoke the fire now. Oh, 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 oh. I think it's time to quench desire now. Oh, 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 oh. I think it's time to stoke the fire now. Oh, 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 oh. I think it's time to quench desire now. Oh, 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 oh. America. sun in the night. He took a Top Gun pilot and he made him fly through a hole till he grew real old. And he never came down. He just flew till he burst, till our mouths run dry, till our feet grow small, till our tails fall out, till the 21st century looms. I saw a black stream full of wide-eyed fish and a drowning man with no eyes at all. I felt a warm breeze that melted metal and steel. I got a bad migraine that lasted 3 long years, and the pills that I took made my fingers disappear. Time will crawl. Time will crawl. Time will crawl. You were a talented child. You came to live in our town. We never bothered to scream when your mask went off. We always smelled the gas when we lay down to sleep. And our heads bow down, we'll crawl. And our eyes fall out, we'll crawl. And the streets run down, we'll crawl. Till the 21st century lose. And our mouths run dry, we'll crawl. And our feet grow sour, we'll crawl. And our tails fall out, we'll crawl. Till the 21st century lose.
As promised, everyone, here is my very, very special guest, the CTs, everybody.
Hello.
How are you, Michaela?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I am very, very happy and honored that you are able to join me here today. And let's get right into it. You're performing this Thursday as a part of the Truck Stop Mixtape singer-songwriter night and Nabu Wines. That's Thursday, February 9th, 8 p.m. And I came across you via a show we played together last year, the holiday show that we did at oh no, I can't remember the name of that place.
Killer Shrimp.
Yeah, that's
Killer
right,
Shrimp.
Killer Shrimp.
Yep.
And that was a fun show. But you were definitely the highlight for me because you tore apart Mariah Carey's Home for Christmas. And I just had to say that up front. But let's start at the beginning. How did you get your start in music?
Well, I started playing music when I was 13. So I was really young. My dad was a musician, and he started teaching me how to play when I was like 9-10 years old. And then by the time I was 13, I had like started writing my own songs. So he started taking me to open mics. And then from there, when I was 14 in high school, I joined a band. And we were playing all through high school and playing like these clubs and everything that we definitely should not have been allowed in, but we were like out in the boonies of New England. And it was really cool. And so I kept doing that, and I was writing for this band, and I was actually singing backup for this band and playing guitar. We had a lead singer, but I was like doing all the harmonies and writing all the music. So we did that, and then by the time I was like 19, 20, I started teaching lessons. And at this point, I'm still in my hometown,
Which is
it's Plainfield, Connecticut. And
oh, wait a minute. Okay, because I read in your bio it was Philadelphia for some reason.
there's a story to that. Yes. So yeah, basically,
We gotta talk.
I grew up in this tiny town called Plainfield, Connecticut.
Plainfield,
And-
Connecticut. I know it
Yeah.
very well.
10 points for anybody who knows that place. So
I lived in New Britain.
No way.
I lived in New Britain. Yes, I grew up in Hartford.
Oh yeah. So Plainfield, like cows and nothing else. So that's basically it. So that's how I grew up. It's so funny because every time I say that, everyone's like, I don't know where that is. And you say Connecticut, and they think like Stepford Wife, Connecticut, and I'm like, no,
completely.
like
They think like Greenwich and all this stuff, and it's like, no.
No, I'm like, no, I'm from the cows and drugs part of Connecticut.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
Yeah. So I grew up there, and then basically as soon as I got the opportunity, I left, and I, really just fell into the opportunity to move to Philly. Okay. So I moved there, and that was where I really like came up. I started teaching music full time at School of Rock Philly, and I moved up to like assistant managing that school while I was playing as the CTs. And then after living in Philly,
CTs was always a trio or solo.
It's technically like my solo project. And then I pull in bass and drums behind me, which 95% of the time is Fernando Perdomo and Michael Collins, who are like they are like my Steve Jordan and Pino Palladino. They are like two of the baddest players. Yeah,
I've ever met. You got the best broken sound in LA.
I do. It's so great too because we just played. I just got to headline Venice West, and we had a band back out. So I'm like, well, guys, you just want to play a set? So they just played a set, and then I just hopped up with them and did my set. So, but I didn't meet them till I was out here. Yeah, my story is kind of like a journey, and it's like I wound up in Philly, and I was there for 3-4 years, and I started realizing that I wanted to work with artists and like manage artists. So I got a job working for Rope-A-Dope. Rope-A-Dope Records has like, Snarky Puppy, the Philadelphia Experiment, like all those kinds of things. Yeah. So that was really great. It started out as this internship. I wasn't even in college. I just really wanted to like learn. So they let me into this internship, and it was only supposed to be a couple months. I ended up working with them for well over a year. And I got to work right under the CEO, Louis Marks, and he really mentored me and taught me how to like navigate the music industry and how to properly manage artists and treat them the right way.
Awesome.
So, yeah. And then eventually I got sick of the cold, and I realized it was LA or New York, and I was kind of like, didn't really know anybody in New York, and I had been through enough Northeast winters that I was over it. So I ended up out here in LA, and then I kept playing as the CTs and started my company Golden Poppy, which is like a artist-focused alternative to management and record labels for, any artist that needs help.
That's great. That's great.
That's a nutshell version. That's
you gave me the nice compact version. Let's talk a little bit about your music. When you started playing as a CTs, how long was it till you kind of found yourself? I mean, who you were as an artist? Starting from Plainfield and through Philly. I know how that is. Did you feel like you were just like there off the bat, like this is what I want to do? Or was there like a process where you were like figuring things out and at the same time figuring things out about yourself as a person in the world and all this stuff?
I always knew I had to do something with music. I always knew that like that's where it was. Like there wasn't a plan B. There wasn't like, well, if I can't do music, I'll do this. Like it was what I needed to do in any capacity. The CTs came eventually after I built the confidence to know that I could do it. Obviously you grow up in a small town, people tell you that you can't play music for a living. So I did a lot of things adjacent and just like gigged. So as far as coming into myself and who I really am. I feel like I'm finally in that place now with the CTs that I really know what it is and I really know where it's going. With this upcoming album, I feel like it finally hit its sound. And especially with myself and like coming into myself, I feel like I know who I really am now, and it is reflecting in the music.
I think that it's evident with your latest single, Pills, Lines, and Patterns.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I always mix the words up. Currently number 7 on the Truck Stop Mixtape Top 23, with a bullet. But I just think that you like your voice is you have such a unique voice.
Thank you.
You bring up, we joked about Mariah Carey, but you definitely have like a diva-esque aspect to your voice. It's a kind of soulful R&B thing going on, but it also kind of, not that it sounds like, but it reminds me of more like sort of almost operatic, like Kate Bush when she would go high, and other singers of that, like where they're not necessarily conventional.
It's funny that you mentioned opera, because I actually am like a trained opera singer. So
I can hear that.
Yeah, in high school I used to like compete in vocal competitions, and now I teach. Now I do, instead of teaching lessons, I do more like artist development and like really curate my students. And so like I definitely teach them all the way through opera now. So it's cool that you picked up on that. I'm like super impressed.
Well, let's listen to this song. Number 7 on top 23 here on Truck Stop Mixtape. Here's Michaela with the CTs, Pills, Lines, and Patterns on Truck Stop Mixtape. We'll be right back.
I'm afraid that I'm too much for
And we're back with the CTs here on Truck Stop Mixtape. Michaela, you've got a crazy year ahead of you. Not only are you going to be so cool to kind of lend us your talent for a night to be a part of the singer-songwriter showcase that we have at Nabu Wines, but you have a big release party coming up.
Yes. Yeah, I'm actually going to be playing Breaking Sound. Not Broken Sound, Breaking Sound. I'm going to be playing at Madame Siam on February 28th, and that will be my album release show. So, we'll get everybody the links. Everybody come and hang out. If you find me anywhere on social media, you can find the link to that. So that's going to be really exciting, and that's going to be my big sophomore album release.
Your second album, your first album being Resilient. What's the difference between the two right now?
Well, Resilient came about. It's actually a very interesting story. Resilient was produced and largely a collaboration with Fernando Perdomo, who I mentioned earlier. Normally plays, yeah. He's like my eternal collaborator. And
he's omnipresent.
He is literally the backbone of this scene, man. Like everybody knows Fernando and loves Fernando. Like he's great. So it started out where this is like such an LA story. It's ridiculous. Like my first gig in LA, at this point, the name the CTs, I wasn't sold on.
Okay.
I was using it because it's a play on CT for Connecticut.
I'm so glad you said that. You said that. Yeah, I thought it was just like, like the Bee Gees or the like where it's just like two letters and it's just
it's a pun.
CTs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pun. And I was just using it in Philly when I wanted to get out and try out songs. I wasn't really seriously gigging. I was playing like here and there in Philly. So anyway, my first gig in LA is at the Whiskey A Go-Go. Nice. I move here and my friend asks me, will you come play this show? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm driving up that hill that you come up. I think it's not Larrabee Street, but it's one of those streets where you're coming up onto like the Sunset
or something, right?
Yeah. And I see the marquee of the Whiskey A Go-Go, and it has
blow your mind.
It has the CTs on it, and I'm just like, that's my name forever now. We talk about writing it in stone, like that's it. It's on the Whiskey A Go-Go marquee, like I can't change it. So now I have the CTs. And weirdly enough, that night, there was another musician playing who was also from the Philly area, who Fernando was playing with, and who Fernando got introduced to me through another musician there that was from Connecticut. It was all very like incestuous. Everybody knew everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very, very like the stars aligning. So I get up on stage and I was so nervous that I didn't trust anybody to play with me. So I got up with an acoustic guitar and I played because I had to have complete control over the set. I needed to know like, and nobody else was going to fuck up but me. So, and it's funny, people tell me like how ballsy it was. And I'm just like, no, I was just scared. So that's why I did it. And I played a set and I got off stage and Fernando was like, that was fantastic. I want to produce an album for you. And, literally how everybody thinks that their music career is going to go. And then you tell them, no, it's not going to happen. But, so Resilient was that set. And that set was just a collection of songs that I had written over the course of many years. Whereas this album is not only produced by me, and I play everything but drums and horn on it. It is all cohesive. Instead of it just being a collection of songs, it's meant to be sat down and listened to from start to finish because it tells a story.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Concept.
Yeah. It's more of a concept. Yeah. And
the title, "Come Home to Myself."
Come home to yourself. Yeah.
Oh, come home to yourself. Yes. I read it as to me. Come home to yourself. Tell me about this concept and the storyline with the songs and the, how does it come together with the title?
Yeah, so this album is also probably the most personal thing I've ever put out.
Spill it.
I'm spilling the tea. Here it goes. Write it in the autobiography. But basically it started off where a few years ago, I really started going to therapy and going to a support group and really working on breaking generational trauma in my family. And along with that came like breaking codependency. I was in a marriage that was not great. So this album is really, it on the surface seems like a breakup album. Okay. But in reality, it's about letting go of something that you're clinging to that's unhealthy and finding yourself through it. So like the first third of the album is like your traditional, like, kind of like the ending of a major relationship. The center is coming through all this undoing of this trauma and realizing like how toxic codependency is. There's a song called Love is a Drug on there that talks about how codependency is incredibly addictive. And then it comes through the other, there's like interludes, and then it comes through the other side where it's like the healing process has come to be, and you have come into your full self and able to find healthy love again and able to really come into who you are. And through this whole process, I was like going through a divorce. I was coming out as non-binary, and I was really like figuring out who I was, and there are, in the last song, the closing of the album, there's like a choir, and there's like voice memos of people that are close to me sprinkled throughout the album. And on one interlude is like my current partner just playing around on piano that I recorded one night in our house. And it's just like, it's all the people in my life that have really deeply influenced me coming into who I am. And then it's all wrapped like in this really personal production that I made myself in my apartment, because I just had to like get all this out of me as I was going through it, So
that's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to come home to yourself, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with everyone here at Truck Stop Mixtape, because I believe you're an incredible talent. Please tell me again the date for the release party at Breaking Sound.
It is February 28th, and it is at Madame Siam in Hollywood. And actually, here, I'll give you the private link to come home to
Beautiful.
yourself.
And I'll share that with everyone. Don't forget, y'all.
Private link. Just don't share it.
They're going to be at Truck Stop Mixtape this Thursday, the singer-songwriter night at Nabu Wines, February 9th. Michaela, thank you so much. You're amazing. And
thank you.
It's this album sounds incredible. So I can't wait.
Yeah, get your ears on it. Let me know what you think. So I did send it over to Fernando. I'm like, how'd I do in producing? And he's given it the gold star. So
awesome. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You got the kiss. You got the the seal of approval.
I did.
All right. From Plainfield to or Plainville. It's Plainville, right? Plainfield. Oh, Plainfield. Plainville is the other one.
Like the most boring Plainfield.
From Cows and Meth to Coming Home to Yourself. Here is the CTs, y'all. Truck Stop Mixtape. Thank you so much, Michaela. Bye.
You're welcome. Thank you.
don't need a ride. You gotta believe me that I won't work this time. When nothing matters anymore, and nothing is the way it was before, except one step at a time in front of me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Except one step at a time in front of me. Nothing matters anymore, and nothing is the way it was before, except one step at a time in front of me. Except one step at a time in front of me. Except one step at a time in front of
Everybody, that was Michaela of the CTs. Yes, Michaela, the CTs performing this Thursday night, February 9th at Truck Stop Mixtapes. Singer-songwriter night at Nabu Wines. Yes, that's in Westlake Village. The performers include Tatiana Vinci, Pa Jacobs, Max Chucker, Rob Goldman, and Greg Strauss. It's going to be a wonderful evening of singer-songwriters. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Truck Stop Mixtape, Nabu Wines, singer-songwriter night, February 9th. Yes. And for more information, I had somebody request the actual address, and I'm going to post that up for you right now. The CT's record release party for the album "Come Home to Yourself" is happening at Madame Siam at 1723 North Hudson Avenue in Los Angeles. That's Hollywood, baby. And that's Tuesday, February 28th. Go support independent music and support this amazing artist who's making made an album that's very personal and expressive and should be loved. Come on, give some love to the people who need it. This is Truck Stop Mixtape. I mentioned that the Truck Stop Mixtape singer-songwriter night, live and in person, is happening Thursday night. But another thing that's happening is this Wednesday, I'm going to start doing the Truck Stop Mixtape Countdown, the top 23 countdown. Every week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. It's going to be, your old school top 23 countdown, including myself, Giovanni Blanco, your host for and a bunch of new music. I love all these independent artists that are putting out new music. And then next Sunday's Truck Stop Mixtape is going to be this week in 1986. We go back, baby. Covers of songs out this week in 1986. It could be songs that were on the charts, songs that were released, songs that were just played a lot or popular this week in 1986. That's next Sunday, February 12th. If you have any videos or covers that you'd like to send for this particular week, let me know. We always love supporting independent artists. Let's continue with the music. Now, one of the artists performing this Thursday at the Singer-Songwriter Night in Napa Wines is Pi Jacobs. Here she is with Weed and Wine. It's the remix, y'all, on Truck Stop Mixtape.
We come from a land of weed and wine. Pray to the gods of good crops and good times. Answer to Mother Nature, who ain't always kind. The gifts that she gives us get us through the life. Now living is high on a farm with cushion Cabernet. A 3-hour ride on a bus, what did you learn today? Oh, the old man speaks physics and Nietzsche and cleans out his gun. And when the harvest comes, we'll all run out and make hay in the sun. We come from a land of weed and wine. Pray to the gods of good crops and good times. Answer to Mother Nature, who ain't always kind. The gifts that she gives us get us through the life. Oh, it's hard to keep a kid satisfied with fields and fresh air. Homemade clothes, homegrown food, they know what's out there. Still 3 months of harvest feeds work for minimum wage. Oh, lots of folks say they will leave and they come back to stay. They come from the land of weed and wine. Pray to the gods of good crops and good times. Answer to Mother Nature, who ain't always kind. The gifts that she gives us get us
Let's take walking tonight is a life's way. You can look into my eyes. Let's play under the moonlight, serious moonlight. Whoa, if you say I walk with you. If you say lost my love for you, would break my heart in two. If you should fall to my arms and trample hey! Come on, come on, come on, come on, let's dance. I said let's dance. Would you like to play a little bit for us, my dear? Yeah. Let's dance. I said let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Let's to the song now playing on the radio. Let's sway. You can look into my let's sway. Under the moonlight, serious moonlight. I said whoa. Come on, come on, come on, come on, let's play. What I said, time. Let's play. Let's dance.
Give me the rain, kiss and soul. Give me something that I missed. Give me the rain, a hand to hold, wild and what it seems. Give me the rain, kill the king when love is the law, and we'll turn round. Give me the rain, give me a dream, child. Do you hear me call? Give me the rain, on the lone and on the level, still on the floor. Give me the rain, sing, dream, child. Do you hear at all? Sing. Sing. siren child, do you hear me call? Give me siren child, do you hear me call? Sing, child, right and wrong. Give me things that don't last long. Give me siren child, do you hear me call? Sing. Times like these, I feel an animal deep inside. Heel the horn, sharp at his knees, living on if and if I tried. Somebody send me, please. Dream wars, ticket to scene, giving out and in. Selling that don't belong. Well, what do you say? Do you have a word for giving away? You got a song for me? Sing. Blood all I can, I won't bleed no more. I don't need no one to understand why the blood run whole. The highest hand on heart and on God. Bloodland driven hard, run cold. Turn cold, burn like a healing hand. Sing this corrosion like a healing hand. Like a healing hand.
Deck 101 with Sisters of Mercy's This Corrosion, another band that I feel has just been highly influenced by David Bowie and his work. You know, they definitely they carry this sort of goth mantle. Now that was an awesome version. Before that, you had Alex Nestor doing a powerful version of Let's Dance. And I've been playing some videos from the Nabu Wines SNL Sunday Night Live theme night that happens every last Sunday there. And this past month's celebration was for David Bowie. And it was quite a parade of stellar performances. And I have to say real quick, I have to give some shout outs to some people real quick, because all the people that participated, from the performers, like David Prince, Will's back, myself, David Brookings, Trucker Bomb, June Gloom, Sam Khosravi, Will Hawkins, Aaron Hawkins, Paul Cavadias, Michelle McGregor, Gary Hagen, and Scott Hathaway, Elemental P, plus all the musicians like Vince Zima, John Fetch, Adam Matijasevic, Matijasevic. I said it right, Matijasevic. I think I did. Kevin Brown, Mark Hunke, Deirdre Lenz, Alex Uren, Jen Lee, Dan Fernando, Toby Kyle, Nate Trucks, Bob Holt, Alex Nestor, Abe Gehrig, Salty Rose. Such a parade of superstars. This happens at every last month there at Nabu Wines. The next big celebration, Sunday Night Live at Nabu Wines, is going to be 90s one-hit wonders. And I've already picked a couple for myself that I'm going to do with some friends. Including In the Meantime by Sweat Hog. Space Hog. Welcome back. Let's see my brain where it goes. Now going back in time, I myself was hugely influenced and still remain to be hugely influenced by David Bowie and his career, his music, his the way he lived, you know, and his sort of always just different styles and taking every influence possible. Back in 1989-90, I joined a band in Hartford, Connecticut called Liquid Circus. Well, actually, they were called something else, and when I joined, we ended up calling the band Liquid Circus. And one of the songs that we wrote back then was a song called Actual Reality, and I had to dig this up and put together a little video because I wanted to. The song that I performed at the Nabu Wines David Bowie night was one of the two. Was Loving the Alien. It was the first song that really got to me by David Bowie at the time when I was a kid. I loved all of the stuff, but I was just like, when Loving the Alien came out, I just, I couldn't comprehend it. It was just completely something about the sci-fi element and his vocal performance in that is so powerful. And it's remained one of my favorite songs, and I had to perform it. So this is a song highly influenced by David Bowie called Actual Reality, in a band that I was in way back in the day with my brothers Dominic Boucher and Kenneth Boucher, Breck McNabb, and Jeff Andrews. Actually, you know what? Just so you know what we look like. This is Liquid Circus, late 80s, early 90s. Look at this. Look at that group of gentlemen. That's a lot of hair there, baby. Woo-wee. Look at them guns. All right. Here is Liquid Circus Actual Reality, followed by my performance of Loving the Alien with the help of Paul Cavadias, Adam Matidis. God, I had it right for a second. Adam M, Mark Hunke, and I believe David Prince on background vocals as well. Nick Liberatore on the drums. And stop talking, Gio. Just play the damn thing. Here we go, y'all. Truck Stop Mixtape.
Explode with maximum intensity. Live wires perspire the sweat that no one else will see. Visualizing, fantasizing about the one who lives eternally. I am slipping into darkness. I know nothing will relieve me. I long for a world, not just an essence, an actual reality, an actual reality. Compressing, confining the images that express our true beliefs. Understanding, but never hearing the voices that have sealed my fate. Digital screams, ultraviolet dreams. I can close my eyes, but I can never sleep. My supersession is my number and my profession. All that I have sown, others will reap. I am slipping into darkness. I know nothing will relieve me. I long for a world, not just an essence, an actual reality, an actual reality. Oh, actual reality.
Come on, y'all. Get up and sing with us. Looking at you, Bruno. Watching them come and go, the tempers and the Sadducees, the traveling the Holy Land, opening telegrams. Oh, Georgia comes and Georgia goes, not to give you everything. Figure it out.
This is why events unnerve me. They find it all a different story. No concern for wheels are turning. Turn again and turn towards this time. All she asks is strength to hold me. Then again, the same old story. One will travel oh so quickly. Travel first and lead towards this time. I'll break them all, no mercy shown. Heaven knows it's got to be this time. Watching her, these things she said, the time she cried, too frail to wake this time. I'll break them down, no mercy shown. Heaven knows it's got to be this time. Avenues all lined with trees. Picture me and then you start watching. Watching forever.
LA band, the Blackouts doing New Order's ceremony, and Joy Division, New Order, very much part of the David Bowie influence universe. This is Truck Stop Mixtape, everybody. Still playing some music, still got lots of music coming up. But also I promised some new music, and this next song is by a band from the UK Don't know much about them. It's kind of secretive at this point, what they're all about. But they're, you know, they're jangly, they're poppy, and they're cool. They're called the Plus Four, and their first single, Resolution, is already at number 7 on the Truck Stop Mixtape Top 23. And this new single just came out a couple days ago, and it's called You Look Right Through Me. This is the Plus Four on Truck Stop Mixtape.
I see your face everywhere. I smell your perfume. I lose my place every time you walk in the room. But you just look right through me. You don't see me at all. I get more of a reaction staring at the wall. No, you just look right through me. It's like I don't exist. You don't even get to cross me off your list. I hear your voice in every whisper on the breeze, and I feel your warmth, even when it's just 3 degrees. But you just look right through me. You don't see me at all. I get more of a reaction staring at the wall. No, you just look right through me. It's like I don't exist. You don't even get to cross me off your list. I see your face everywhere. I see your face everywhere.
Pushing through the market sky. So many mothers beside me. Music just come over. Had 5 weeks left to cry in. Music got wet and told. Earth was really dying. Cried so much his face was wet, and I knew he was not lying. Oh, opera house, favorite melody. Oh, boys, toys, electric times and TV. Operator, psychopath, fair. Friends told me things to throw everything in there. And all the fast, skinny people. And all the
feet of a priest. And my friend threw up at the sight of that. I think I saw you in an ice cream parlor, drinking milkshake, home and low, smiling and waving and looking so fine. I don't think you knew you were in this song. And it rained, so I felt like an actor.
song on the radio. It kinda sounded like the Rolling Stones. A surefire hit record without a doubt. The sort of song that you can't live without. That melody, it put a spell on me, and it's been running round my head all day. Gonna leave the radio fixed on this dial, in the hope that they repeat it in a while. Turn it up, radio, turn it up, radio, turn it up, radio, radio. Said I heard that new song on the radio. So I turned it up and I played it loud. It had that feeling and it had that vibe. On first impression, well, it blew my mind. That melody, it struck a chord with me, and it's been running around my head all day. Turn it up, radio, turn it up, radio, turn it up. Radio, radio, turn it up. Radio, turn it up. Radio, turn it up. Radio, radio. Song on the radio, talking about new song on the radio. Talking about that new song on the radio. Talking about that new song on the radio.
for Will Hawkins, everybody.
before one mistake sealed my doom. But I'm not my brain, I'm not even my pain. It turns out that I'm only a wound. He knew exactly just what to say and broke all his promises right away. His life went on, moved along without a care. And you know the rest of it, how is it fair? They say in America you can be anything, even a dumb girl like me. But all I'm about to be is alone with a baby I really don't need. It's crazy that I used to think I was someone before one mistake sealed my door. But I'm not my name, I'm not even insane. It turns out that I'm only a wound. They say I'm impulsive and cheap and wild, but then they expect me to raise a child. I played the game, I'm to blame, I did the dance. Now why can't I choose to give my life a chance? They say in America you can be anything, even a bad girl like me. But all I'm about to be is a mother at somebody else's decree. It's crazy that I used to think I was someone before one mistake sealed my doom. But I'm not my fame, I'm not even ashamed. It turns out that I'm only a wound.
Was his friend.
show. See them as they are. When the people in my brain see things that I know, like to be a gallery, which you all inside my show. And you all listen to me, hanging on my wall. And you all feel the free, can't tell about it all. And you walking and be tired, and you taking to a snooze. Tie him up when he's fast asleep, send him on a person. When you wake up on the street, shut up and bring you. Think about things and I think about you. What a jolly more you things to do. And you all listen free, hanging on the wall. And you all to the street, and down the bottom. And you all to the street, hanging on the wall. And you all to the street, and down the bottom.
Elemental P, everybody, doing Andy Warhol and Changes, and Peace on Earth there in the middle. But Andy Warhol Changes from my favorite David Bowie album, Hunky Dory. Before that, let's see what we had. We had Mediocre Mixtape from Ohio doing a cover of Space Hogs In the Meantime, another band that clearly, visibly, audibly influenced by David Bowie. Before that, we had Aaron Hawkins doing Man Who Sold the World, another great one. Then it was Flying V's. They're back. And this is a new song called Womb. Then it was Will Hawkins and full David Bowie regalia doing Fame. Then we had Mega Reluctant doing True something. What was the song called? Tell Me True by Sarah Jaros. And then it was June Gloom doing Lazarus from Black Star, the last David Bowie album. And then you heard Super 8 with Lisa Michaels doing On the Radio. Before that, Michelle McGregor doing 5 Years and Young Americans. And we started that whole long set with the +4 and a brand new song called You Look Right Through Me. Catchy stuff. What else can I say, y'all? What is going on? Let me tell you what's going on. I will tell you what's going on. This Wednesday, we have a Truck Stop Mixtape Top 23 Countdown. We're going to count down the top 23 songs and maybe throw in a couple of new ones in there as well. So join me for that. That's Wednesday. Ooh, let's get this banner off, baby. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Oh my gosh. Gino in Tennessee. What's up, my brother? Rock and Roll Pizza misses you, brother. I hope you and the missus are all right and Tennessee is treating you well. Thank you for tuning in. That's awesome. Fun dude right there, man. Great guy. Truck Stop Mixtape Top 23 Countdown this Wednesday at 7 p.m. What else is going on? Thursday night, Nabu Wines. It's a Truck Stop Mixtape singer-songwriter night. We have Pi Jacobs, the CTs, who you saw earlier tonight, Max Chucker, Rob Goldman, Greg Strauss, and Tatiana Vinci. That's all Thursday night at 8 p.m. at Nabu Wines in Westlake Village. And then Sunday, this week in 1986, yes, we go back with covers from that particular week or that month area, the vicinity of those dates. But basically anything that was on the Billboard charts or released around that time. Looking for covers, so send me your covers, y'all. I always love doing these this week shows because the variety is insane and it's always fun. Thank you for being here, y'all. For real. Oh man, love you too, brother. Love you too. Love you, miss you, and again, see you soon. See you soon. I'm gonna be swinging by Tennessee in the summer for sure. Everybody else, please stay positive, stay strong, stay keep your head on the swivel because crazy things are happening. Be kind, be understanding, and be generous with your time and your love and your talent and everything you do, your skill, your patience, and your and just you know what I mean? Give what you can, don't give too much, but give what you can and don't think about it. Just do it. And let's all have some fun. Let's all have some fun. I wanted to say a couple of things that David Bowie said. Not that any of it makes any sense because it's David Bowie, but so there's some quotes. Let's see. Yeah, I love this one. I'm just an individual who doesn't feel that I need to have somebody qualify my work in any particular way. I'm working for me. And I'm going to leave it at that because that's, you know what I mean? You be you. You do you. You know what I mean? Don't put your stuff in other people's business. But you do you and do it in a way that doesn't harm other people. You know what I mean? Just please. Life is rough. Let's have some music and have some love to get through it. I want to leave you tonight I want to say hi to all the people that said hi. David, Leslie, Toby, Dolph, and I'm sorry if I missed anybody else coming through. Franklin, Mega, Mega Thorn, Mega Reluctant, Megan. Thank you for tuning in. I always love doing these long shows because I just, it's just like hanging out, having a little drink, and playing some music. It's always good. Let me leave you with this, y'all. So on January 8th, I believe, there was a show at the Telegram Ballroom in downtown LA by Bowie. Bowie is a kind of a connection to Afropunk. A bunch of talented, crazy people: Vernon Reid, Angelo Moore, Justin Warfield, Kitty Karai, Washington was there. Yeah. Saul Williams. Everyone just doing a bunch of Bowie tunes, and I took one. I took a video of one, and this is one of my favorite Bowie tunes. Boys Keep Swinging. Angelo Moore, Vernon Reid, Norwood Fisher on bass, I believe. Be good, y'all. Stay alive. Keep doing the do, and remember, there's always music. There is always music. Good night. That's the wrong video. You know what? I'm going to leave you with Emily Zuzik doing Cracked Actor, another great one. Good night, y'all.
Obnoxious amplified banjo ukulele.
plain to see. The diamond dogs are poachers and they hide behind trees. Well, hunched to the ground, they will mannequins with killer pill. They come. I keep a friend serene. Here they come. Oh baby, come on to me. Here they come. Yeah, she's coming and gone. Come out of the garden, baby. You catch your death in the fog. Young girl, call them the diamond dogs. Young girl, call them the diamond dogs. Well, the Halloween Jack is a real cool cat, and he lives on top of Manhattan Chase, where the elevator's broke, so he slides down the road onto the street below. Go Tarzan, go Mango, meets his little hussy with his ghost town approach. Her face is sans features, but she wears a dolly brooch. She's sweetly reminiscent, something mother used to bake. Whacked out and paralyzed, the diamond dogs keep stable as they come home. I keep a friend serene, here they come. Oh baby, come on to me, here they come. Yeah, she's coming and gone. Come out of the garden, baby. You catch your death in the fog. Young girl, I call them the diamond dog. Young girl, I call them the diamond dog. They call them the diamond dogs. They call them the diamond dogs. In the year of the scavenger, the season of the bitch, the sashay to the boardwalk and skirt to the ditch. It's just another feature song, a lonely little kitsch. You're gonna be sad, gonna wake up tomorrow as they come. I keep a friend serene, here they come. Oh baby, come on to me, here they come. Yeah, she's coming and gone. Come out of the garden, baby. You catch your death in the fog. Young girl, we call them the diamond dog. Young girl, we call them the diamond